Better?
Yeah, unicorn riot!
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Go back up. You can.
Spicy air, guys. Don't worry about it.
Here, massive amount of police and law enforcement are in front of us. There is a curfew that's been set for 8 p.m. There's still thousands of people in the street probably. There's multiple areas where people are congregated. 38th in Chicago is the vigil site of George Floyd's murder by Minneapolis police. The Minneapolis police that were employed, that killed that killed George Floyd were employed in this building right here. That was besieged by the community last night. These folks got a barricade up here.
And or interfere with peace officers, you will be violating Minnesota state statutes. And you will be arrested.
Thank you.
Watch out! All night last night.
Nice. This driver is like, fuck. I don't think they were part of anything. They were just trying to drive through, and that tear gas is real thick. Keep breathing out, huh?
Keep breathing out.
How you feeling out here?
Feeling good, baby.
Yeah.
Feeling alive, baby.
You got a line of riot cops in front of you shooting tear gas at you. How you feeling with that?
Proud. Proud to stand for my people. For everything, for my family. This is it, baby. This is it.
I heard that Derek Chauvin actually got arrested and charged with 3rd-degree murder and manslaughter. How do you feel about that?
3rd degree? We're having a 1st and 2nd-degree murder. Where's the justice? Fuck 3rd-degree murder. That's how I feel today.
While he's breathing through tear gas. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
You want to speak at all?
I came all the way from LA because I've been through this before, you know? I was in the 92 riots. And we got to stand together no matter what. No matter what. Even in fear of death. Give me liberty or give me death. That's an American saying. I need it. I can't see.
Yeah. It was a huge mistake not to bring my gas mask. Huge mistake. Seemed like they upgraded their tear gas. They must have got that military kind. The extra Safari Land. The Safari Land Special. No, the tear gas is usually made by the Safari Land Defense Technologies. The police have consistent... sorry about this. Hopefully we're good and not unconnected. Police have a... People are saying that the police are like, the ones that left in those trucks or in those buses, that they were going to circle around and try to come to the back of people. If they want to mass arrest people, that's quite a lot of people to arrest. If you thought that bringing the National Guard in, bringing all the extra DNR services and all the extra law enforcement officers would quell, and also charging the officer, arresting the officer and charging him. If you thought that would quell the the moments of uprising here in Minneapolis. I guess we've been proven wrong if that's what you had thought. There's people on the other side of Hiawatha Lake, it looks like, too. And they're also getting tear gas. There was an 8 p.m. curfew until 6 a.m. It's been set.
Yesterday, it ended up being not so good for them because they were up on top of the building. It was just more off. They were just ready
It sounded like gunshots down the street. People have been shooting a lot of guns around here these last 4 days, last 5 days. Looks like the police are advancing a little bit. Can't really tell, let's see.
Stand your ground! Stand ground! Stand your ground! Black lives matter! 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 Black lives matter!
Anybody getting close is getting popped with marker rounds and tear gas. Shot. Oh, this person in front of me just got hit. Right in their leg. Okay, so it looks like they're actually moving back. They might be moving back at intersection. Excuse me. It looks like they're controlling that intersection of Hiawatha, probably because it's a main thoroughfare, and it'll allow them to use the highway. Look at all those projectiles, less lethal, and tear gas that the police shot. Yep, it looks like the police are retreating back. They're gonna leave this area a little bit open. I'm not really sure why. Possibly on the scanner, they're saying they're gonna move back to 22nd Avenue, and that's where, if you watched our stream last night at about 4 o'clock in the morning, that's where the National Guard was stationed at while they were protecting the firefighters who were putting out the blaze in one of the buildings next to it. So people are now moving up as the police move back.
No justice!
Again, thank you all for tuning in. If you want to know more about
No justice! No peace!
this,
Prosecute the police!
There's no peace.
if you'd like to know more about George Floyd and the uprising, go to unicornriot.ninja. We haven't had the time or the capacity to fill out a intricate, in-depth report of the uprising of these last 3-4 days, but that'll be coming sometime in the future. We'll also try to get some more videos up for you all that are a little higher quality than these live streams. So again, thank you all for joining us, Nico from Unicorn Riot. We're here in Minneapolis. We're on Snelling and Lake Street. Tear gas is being shot at the crowd. There's an 8 p.m. curfew. Everybody's disobeying that curfew. Everybody out here, except for the press, I guess, because evidently the press are exempt. Everywhere around, everybody's just coughing and people are helping each other. They're spraying each other with milk and magnesia or whatever else.
Black lives, they matter here. 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 Say tear gas can't stop us. Tear gas can't stop us. Tear gas can't stop us.
Tear gas can't stop us!
When I say, show me what unity looks like, say this is what unity looks like. Show me what unity looks like. This is what unity looks like. Show me what unity looks like. This is what unity looks like.
There's a bunch of youth out here. There's no specific leader. This is organized through their own grassroots, organic approach to life. They just come autonomously, do autonomous things, and it is what it is. What we have is what we have. And this is about to flood the area. I'm going to move back a little bit.
Don't y'all get it? We ain't backing down!
And there's a lot of issues with the carceral state. So there's a lot of issues, I think, in general when talking about how to deal with sentences, how to deal with locking people up and whatnot. But what we see here is people still, even with people talking about abolish the police or abolish the specific states of institutions, specific systems. You see, I'm gonna stop that thought. You see, the police were shooting marker rounds, and then they were throwing tear gas. Tons of traffic up there. They shot at him. And there it goes. Oh shit. No. They look to be okay. They did fall. Wow, they've shot a lot. They've thrown a lot of tear gas already. Holy cow. Some of this was before I came to. There was dispersal orders. Before we were live, there was dispersal orders being given. People have been out in the street basically for the last 4 days. It's been no stop. It's been no calm. Did they leave? Yeah, that unit just left. And that truck back there on the right, they just left. How you doing?
They said they just left. I've been looking for you this whole time.
Right.
There he is, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, Nico. Hey.
I watch you.
Unicorn Riot That Ninja. What's your name?
Kid Drift.
Good Drift. Good to meet you.
Have a good day now. Stay
You
safe.
too, sir.
Fuck the police! 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 Fuck the police!
This is the security unit that these corporate news stations take. 1, 2, 3, 4, at least like 5 security guards. Big old burly guys. That's how the corporate media rolls. If you didn't know, they hit up these situations. They have security with them all the time. Large corporations, anyway. Large corporate media. I think some of the local corporate media they don't do that. Sorry about the static. We'll try to change that in a little bit.
Holy fuck!
Hold it up, let me see it. Wait, come. Can I read it? Yellow smoke from Defense Technologies. You want to throw it over? Yeah.
Where'd you find that one at?
Thank you. Appreciate it. What do you think about this?
Where'd you find that one at?
Fucking
bro?
absolute bullshit. Unlawful use of unnecessary force.
These are all Safari-Land technology. Less lethal munitions. Wow. Those guys are smart on that move. Probably a really good vantage point.
Minnesota will be heard. Justice for George Floyd. Yeah! 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 Justice for George Floyd. Let's go!
How y'all feel out here?
Good. How you doing?
All right. What?
Justice for George Floyd. You know, I tell people, you ain't gotta use violence, you ain't gotta throw nothing. Use your voice and the police will hear you. Minnesota will be heard across the state. Minnesota will be heard across the country, I promise you. Justice for George. We hear you, boy. We hear you crying out. I hear you. Justice. Justice.
You want to say anything?
Fuck the police!
Yep. Let's walk this way.
Thank you everyone for coming out to this beautiful, beautiful protest. We're actually here right now in the heart of it, Lake Street and Midtown Station. I got Jody and Brianna over here, right here. We're here from Hibbing, Minnesota, which is 3.5 hours up north. And you know, we just want to be peaceful. We don't want to be angry. We don't want drama or anything, but we're gonna do what we can to survive.
Do you care about the curfew?
No, not at all.
So you knew the curfew was happening. You still drove 3 hours to come down.
Definitely, yeah.
All right.
I could care less about the curfew. It's about the movement. It's not about the curfew.
What does the movement mean to you?
The movement means no justice, no peace. If there is no justice, there will be no peace. Thank
Anything
you.
else you want to say?
No.
Well, thank you, bro.
Thank you so much.
All of this was graffitied up these last couple days, and now it was cleared last night. ACAB is getting back put up. A still live munition. What kind is it?
Tactical CSK.
Wow. Hey, what's up? Hey, hey. What up?
What's going on, man?
How you doing?
Good, man. Good shit.
Hey, hey.
I got Snapchat and I got a fat ass.
She watched you all night last
I
night.
got a fat ass. That is
That's where the police were. Fuck the National Guard. Fuck 12. Thank you. They have a little station to make. Can you describe what you're doing here?
It helps with drives for tear gas.
What made you come out and help with this?
It's fuck 12.
Yes, sir!
Yeah.
This is amazing. This is really just organic. People are really intelligent now and they know how to educate themselves. And so they just know what to do. We don't need a leader. Everybody is a leader now. Everybody's ready to be a leader because we're disappointed in losing our leaders. Our leaders get shot. Our leaders get assassinated. So maybe this is a revolution that will change the last several hundred years of history in this country. But perhaps it's just another wave that is leading up to that revolution. And we just have to keep going and stay in our hearts and lead with love. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you. J Clips actually had to close from the coronavirus pandemic, which is still going on. Obviously, it's sort of second day news for a lot of these folks out here. You want to speak?
We good, man. Hi, bro.
How you doing?
What's up, trying to find you for like 3 days.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm going back to cars.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're going, but
Follow it.
Minneapolis Mall and High Lake shopping centers just got smashed through these last few days. Not much left of them.
Right here?
Yep. What up?
It's there, baby.
Hey. So we're marching down Lake Street, or we are following the march as the people are marching down Lake Street. 21st Avenue is right up in front of us. There's a big cemetery on the right side that a deer lives in. It's always sort of fun to see some nature inside of the urban districts.
We're gonna stand together no matter what. What's his name? George Floyd! George Floyd! What's his name? George Floyd! George Floyd! Say that again.
This was spared. A lot of places were spared the first couple nights. But the last night, a lot of places were not spared. A lot of small businesses, even on the north side, cats ran through. Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You want to speak at all?
I don't know. I don't really want the attention on me.
Appreciate you.
Thanks. Sorry.
You good?
Thank you. How you doing? Hey, so back end support team. I think I probably got like an hour and 15 on this battery. Everybody in the stream. We do have backup options to stream though. And if we do go down after an hour or whatever it is, continue to follow us. We would be back up within the next bit. So we're not going to leave you all out here with nothing to know. We'll try to be as vigilant as we can in keeping updates. Check out our Twitter feed, UR_ninja. Facebook, we're on YouTube, Vimeo, yeah, come on. Instagram, unicorn.riot. Thank you all again for everybody, for the new followers, for the supporters. For the new followers, we are a 501c3 educational nonprofit organization dedicated to exposing and bringing context to the root causes of social and environmental struggles, as well as trying to explore some alternatives in today's world, as a lot of times what we see and what we hear from community is that these systems aren't working, capitalism isn't working, the people want something different, something more equitable, something not built off of genocide, slavery, something not built to value profit over people. So we try to bring some of the alternatives that are out there that are happening. One such thing I'll bring up, yesterday I was wearing a VLMA shirt. VLMA is a worker occupied, I should say, a worker occupied factory in Greece, in Thessaloniki. Actually, it's funny because me wearing that actually made the news in Greece. I'm wearing an Omnia TV shirt today. Omnia TV is an independent organization, independent media organization, very much like Unicorn Riot. They're based in Greece, they do Greek media. But check them out, Omnia TV, OMNIA. We have a special on them. They do great work. Anyways, the reason I bring that up is because those are some of the alternatives, just like two small examples of the many dozens of alternatives that we've tried to focus on. One of them specifically, again, the VLMA, the factory that workers were working in. The owners stopped paying the workers as they went bankrupt. The workers seized the factory, took over the production, seized the means of production, and started producing their own ecologically friendly cleaning products and soaps. And they've been there for 6-7 years now, 7 years I think. The government has tried to shut them down. The solidarity from the community has been so widespread that VLMA still stands. They have great soaps, and they also help out the refugees in the refugee camps in Moria, where folks have been on lockdown from the coronavirus pandemic and being treated as concentration camp residents. That's just one small thing. Unicorn Riot also focuses on many other topics. Check out our website, unicornriot.ninja, for more. We focused a lot on police killings lately. Not lately, since our inception in 2015. Partly because there is a lot of police killings, and also partly because it's a pertinent issue for the community, and it's a pertinent issue for the community to get their voice heard on. Because essentially what you see in mainstream media and in corporate media is the same sort of talking points, especially when it comes to police. It's the narrative of the police that's handed down to the media. That then gets dispersed towards the public. All these shops are boarded up, you see. And so the reason why that matters is because the stories of the people then get diminished. The victims of police killings and police terror end up being victims of the police narrative. Demonstrative demons that deserve to die. See, they're closed here. Property can be replaced, George can't.
That's right.
You all work here at all?
Yeah, we own it.
Yeah? What does this mean to you to have this sign that says property can be replaced, but George can't be?
That means they took the life. I don't give a damn about the property. I give a damn about my brother. That's what I'm talking about. We talking about life.
Not the property, not the materialistic things.
Everything that burns down, you can rebuild, but you can't bring him back.
You can't replace a life. Once that line goes flat, it's not gonna. It's almost impossible to get it back going.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying?
So did your business get hit up at all?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And to you, George Floyd matters more.
Yes, sir. Way more. Way more. That's material, sir.
And you have insurance.
Yes, sir.
Anything else you all want to say?
Man, keep hoping. Let's get it right.
This
Lock his ass up.
This stuff it shouldn't have
Lock
come
him
this
the
far.
fuck up.
It should have been stopped with Trayvon.
Yeah,
it should have been stopped years ago.
And we
Rather
need
than
a rest
now,
for the other
it's
three.
2020. This has been going on. This has been going on for over hundreds of years. Memorial Day was not what just yesterday.
What, 62?
Monday? Yeah, come on. We had Memorial Day for us to show what to show the Civil War that we fought for freedom. Where's equality out here in any of this? You know what I'm saying? Whether you're black, white, a male, female, short, tall, it don't matter. I don't see any equality in none of it, period. It doesn't make sense.
And they get away with too much bullshit as it is right now.
Too, we didn't just wake up and decide this shit.
No.
We decided this after we watched the man get murdered.
We
on
pay for our
fucking
crimes.
videos.
We pay for our crimes. We pay bonds to get out of jail.
We watched the man get murdered. That's why we're out here.
When is the police? When is the people in higher power? The people that have all this power are the wrong ones with it. When are we gonna be able to get the freedom? Yeah, get our power or be shown. So if this is what it takes, this is what it's come to. I'm not even from here. You know, but I understand, and it impacts me, my family, just my race, and everything in general. So, you know, it should have been stopped.
On the football field, they ain't hear us, but guess what? They're gonna be heard today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They're gonna be heard today.
And we want the other three locked the fuck up.
They gonna hear it
as
today.
well.
Appreciate the time, you all.
Yes, sir.
Thank you much.
What's up, brother?
Love y'all, love y'all.
What's up? Yes, sir.
Spread the peoples right here, y'all.
They gonna hear us today.
I've been with them since day one.
They gonna hear us today.
Mike Freeman did this. Mike Freeman is a Hennepin County attorney. He's a prosecuting attorney that prosecutes the police, or has the ability to prosecute the police. He has pressed charges on Derek Chauvin, third-degree murder charges and manslaughter. All these businesses are boarded up. Some of them had window smashed, some of them got expropriated, some of them didn't have window smashed. There's thousands of people. When we stopped, we got pushed back in the crowd a little bit, but there's still just so many people.
Fuck the police! No justice, no peace! Fuck the police! Fuck Trump! Where'd you go now? Fuck Trump!
I have to tie my shoes real quick. The mannequins are back out.
Ran out of battery, but I'll be back.
I'll see you.
I got another one.
Yeah.
I know shit was gonna pop off as soon as it did.
Right.
So I was in the car, which was like 10 feet away.
And then you have to walk 20 blocks and now you gotta go back.
Exactly.
Dang. Hey, I know this may be weird, but can you do me a huge favor? Can you just hold this for me? Right like this? Thank you. I think it's a fire. Really, really appreciate it. Alright, now I got my shoe tied. So, I don't know if you all know, but Cadillac Quan is right here. Cadillac Quan had some of their goods getting expropriated, and the owner of Cadillac Quan ended up killing one of the teens, or one of the youth, that was expropriating some of the goods. And you take that, compare it to the 17th and Lake corner store, who's saying property can be replaced, but George can't. And then you compare that to this case, and to the case where you have storefront owners sitting there with their guns threatening to kill people over the property. Again, it's the same sort of concept of valuing property, valuing profit over people. And again, it's rooted, in my opinion, if you want to take the shorter history of it, right now here in America, it's rooted off the concept of genocide and chattel slavery and capitalism that was brought into this country by the imperialists and the colonialists. Anybody want to speak? What brings you all out?
Oh, thank you.
Okay, and you? Yeah. All right, cool. Peace out. What's that? Oh, you're guarding the embassy. Ah, yeah, Red Lake Embassy. All right, gotcha. Cool. So they got the Red Lake Embassy up the street, and they're guarding it. To make sure it doesn't get vandalized. As we were talking about genocide and imperialism. We're going to mute the mic for a second. I need to have a conversation real quick. Check, check, check. It is good.
It is good. It feels good when you see thousands of people. There's over thousands of people right now walking around you. It don't matter where you came from. It don't matter who you are. It don't matter what you look like. It don't matter the color of your skin. Thousands of people came together to march. This is the voice of MLK. Without the riot, we ain't riot today. We ain't riot. We spoke our voice today. If Trump calls this a riot, listen, Trump. I guess we're gonna put hell on earth then if this is a riot, then. Because this is what MLK would have wanted. Marching up the whole Lake Street. I ain't seen nobody go home yet. All different types of colors, ethnicities, races. Everybody came together to march for one voice. A man that can't breathe. Justice for George Floyd.
Well said, dude.
Yep. Thank you. What up, what up? Yeah, you want to say something?
I see y'all on fucking Twitter. Oh, yeah.
You know, I just want to say that it's unfortunate that things had to come down to this. It's important that we look at this as a symptom and not the larger problem. You know, I think if we keep it peaceful and just maintain the space, then we can get our message across good enough, you know. But this, what can we say? It's just pandemonium out here. But at the end of the day, all of this could have been avoided if charges came faster. You know, it's good that they charged him today, but there was no new evidence, I'm sure, that came out today that wasn't available yesterday. So something's working here. We seem to be putting pressure on the powers that be. But as of right now, I'm doing my best to keep it peaceful, you know, to focus our goal on just maintaining the space and trying to protect some of these small businesses because they really do add a lot to our community. And you're doing a great job, by the way. So thanks for the work you do.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate that.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you. My name is Nico.
Nice meeting you, Nico.
Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get in your way.
Oh, no worries.
That was
How
a
you
great
doing?
soundbite. Good,
I'm
man.
Nico.
I'm just trying to document it just like you.
Yeah. It's tough sometimes with those mics, right?
Fuck it.
It's like you get back and you're like, oh, I can't hear him.
Right. All I got though, man.
Yeah, I feel that. Thank you all. Appreciate it. This is Chicago Lake. There's a moment on the second day where in the morning they got, wow, I didn't realize this. This is like a tobacco store or something. And Foot Locker. Robert Shoes was a building right on the corner that's gone, sort of that vacated area. And that burnt down about 2 years ago. It was a place where a lot of artists actually had their art studios, so it was really bad for the community. It was right there in that vacated space. Here's Chicago Lake. So it looks like everybody's going to the 5th precinct. Yeah, I know I was muted. I know. I muted it because I needed to have a conversation. What up? So the 5th precinct is up about 10 more blocks on Nickel and 31st. George Floyd's vigil site is 8 blocks south. Hold on one second. It's 8 blocks south, Chicago and 38th.
What's up? Hey, Bill. Clark's Grove representing.
Wait.
We'll talk later. I'm Lisa's partner. We'll talk later.
Let's talk. Hit me up. This is O'Reilly Auto Parts, burnt up. The fire is still raging, but the smoke that's still billowing from the remains of a fire is behind this building. We'll try to see what it is.
You know, shit not fair, man.
Hey, what do you think about the murder charges, 3rd degree?
Yeah, hell no, that shit should be first, because if I kill somebody, I'm going in the hole for the rest of my life. He kill somebody, he go home and kiss his baby. It's unfair. It's not fair. It's not
I heard some people saying that they did that to say, protect him, to save him from getting harassed by people at his house, to save, no, from outside, from the public world.
Think about it, right? When anybody else get arrested for murder, they show, especially when it's publicized, they show videos of motherfuckers getting arrested. Where's the video of him getting arrested? Where is it?
That's true too.
Where is it? There's no video of him getting arrested at all, whatsoever. So we don't even know if that's true or not.
No justice, no peace. Burn this bitch down. For all I care on, bro. Y'all can get this shit back. That man will never see his family again.
Yep. Thank you all.
No problem. You got a YouTube channel, John?
Yeah, Unicorn Riot.
All right.
Some vehicles on fire back here. Sorry, dog. Sorry. This is spreading fast. It's probably going to take out the power in this block. We might get this building.
Keep it up, bud.
Thank you. Thank you all for joining. We're here in Minneapolis. Lake Street in Portland is in a moment. Crossing Lake in Oakland right now. Not too far from the 5th precinct, which is another precinct on the south side. The 4th precinct last night had some cars overturned in front of it. Looks like the police have amassed a congregation up there. There's 2,000 or so people up there already, at least, probably. And with us sort of being in the back end of the march right now, after talking to some folks, it means that we don't know how many people are there right now. Can I have a water, please? Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. They get their handing out. What makes you all come out?
What's that?
What makes you all come out here and hand out supplies?
To support the protesters, to make sure that their voices are being heard and that they have the food, the water, the medical supplies that they need, so they can keep doing the hard work of demanding justice.
Appreciate it. Thank you. I was hoping they had water. I'm parched. I got up and sort of had to go. That's how it's been these last few days. Just get up and go. Hey! How you doing? Hey, y'all want to talk at all?
No.
Okay. How are you? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right down the street anyway, huh? I think they're going to the 5th. 5th precinct. How you doing?
Good.
Just streaming.
You did a good job yesterday.
Appreciate that.
You did a really good job.
You got any water?
I don't.
We don't sell our footage. Our footage is all Creative Commons. But that's nice. Yeah, all Unicorn Riot footage is licensed Creative Commons, non-commercial share alike. Corporations that take it and use our footage, that is wrong. That is against our licensing. We will try to sue you. We have sued CNN before for using our footage. Hey. Could you all hear stuff last night around here?
I could smell things, but I couldn't hear. I could hear pops, but I couldn't hear it as loud as it was over there.
My neighbor stayed up to 3 in the morning watching you.
Oh, wow. The sun is coming down and the breeze is coming out.
Your profile rolled up.
Let's get it.
There you go.
You got one?
Yeah.
Go this way.
My battery died.
Oh, I know how that is. Right when you're trying to get the shot, too.
Good.
Yeah. My name is Nico, by the way.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool. I was watching your stream last night, and then they do pretty much every day. And then need a little break.
That's dope. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Are you FaceTiming with somebody?
Yeah. Riot?
Yeah.
Riot team? Hey, tell my wife you're doing good. She's watching you right now. Hey, tell my wife you're doing good.
Hello, hello.
We are doing good.
Doing good.
I got the Riot people.
Abolish the police!
No reform, just abolishment.
Just abolishment.
All right.
There's nothing we can do.
What is a possible alternative?
Invest in our communities. We need to invest in our communities and have community control.
All right. Thank you.
Cope is an alternative.
What's that?
Cope is an alternative. It's just one example. You call Cope if you're having a mental health crisis.
Hi.
You or your family member call Cope. You'll be connected to a mental health professional, or your family can call Cope and they'll be connected to one. If you really are in crisis, they'll come to your home. That's just one alternative.
Instead of calling 911.
Yes, yes.
It's Cope. How can you? What's the number? Do you know?
I think it's 612 something 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 Cope. I think it's 543 Cope.
Okay.
I have it in my phone. Everybody should have it in their phone. I can look it up right now, if you want.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
People can look it up on the internet. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
What's up? You want to speak?
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling very good right now. Yeah, my wife is watching me right now. I'm here with the people, and we're gonna do this together. Yeah, thank you so much, Riot man.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Did you watch the murder of George Floyd?
I watch it, and I mean, I've been trying since then. Yeah, I'm here with the people, and we're gonna do this together. Thank you so much, Riot man.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much, Christine. Yeah.
Passing underneath I-35, which has been getting constructed on for the last few years. It's going to be constructed on for the next few years. They're widening the freeway, the interstate.
What's it going to take, bro? What's it going to take for this shit to change? They're just flexing this superiority for no reason and killing innocent people. Doesn't matter about his past, doesn't matter about shit. That dude had more than a dozen and a half instances. It was only a matter of time before some shit popped off. So he deserves to go to jail. He deserves to rot in there. Fuck him.
Thank you. The looting, the vandalizing of businesses, expropriation of goods extended very, very far here in Minneapolis and St. Paul and surrounding suburbs. Sorry, I'm not very talkative on this walk. Actually trying to find breath. I'm not sure what those big bangs are. It might be from that fire by those cars. Those cars that were on fire. Y'all want to talk? Yeah, okay.
Motherfucking fuck 12. We finna burn this shit down too. We're gonna see what the fuck's going on, but fuck 12. Fuck the whole thing. This is the Unicorn Riot man himself. One of them. Well, shouts out to you and like the rest of you guys. You guys are doing a good job. But motherfuck 12, and we in this bitch. Fuck you talking about, Southside? Let's get it.
This is what happens when people get fed up with slavery. No, it's all good. I'm just saying this is what happens when people are fed up with slavery. We're going to defund them slave catchers because that's where they came from. That's all they are. It's slave catchers and we done with it. All they protect and serve is white supremacy and late stage capitalism. Fuck that tyranny bullshit.
Thank you. People are running. It's the precinct right up the street. Police are on the top of the roof. Shooting. Things are being tossed at them. I'd be surprised if the stop and shop, if there's action here for a few hours, I'll be surprised if the stop and shop doesn't go up in flames. Thank you. Figure out this audio thing real quick. Hey, can I ask you a super huge favor? Can you just hold this for like 1 second? Thank you so much. I gotta look at something real quick. Thank you.
Oh, you're Unicorn Riot. Huh? I seen some dude say, fuck my baby mama on this guy's thing.
Oh, for real?
What's up, Unicorn? Y'all doing interviews?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. I'm trying to get the audio right.
Okay, go ahead, man. Are you based from here or somewhere else?
Here, but then also... Thank you for holding this, sir.
How long have you been last time here today?
It's really hard to tell. I didn't know that there was going to be so many people this time.
It's only going to get worse, too.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah, they already said something on fire over there, too. That's crazy.
Check. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Really appreciate you. Yeah, you want to speak?
Yeah. How we doing, everybody? This is Ty Brown here, speaking at Unicorn. What we got here today is it started off with a peaceful ride, but then, you know, shit got hectic. They started tear gassing folks, and even at the beginning of today, it was peaceful. People were, you know, just talking shit here and there, but then once they threw the goddamn tear gas at everybody is here. Like, if he isn't ready to clean his house up, he shouldn't have a house. It should catch on fire. I see people burn the city down. I really don't understand that, you know, because it's like, we're gonna clean it up, but then it's like, shit, same day, it's this fucking circle. Mess it up, clean it up. I mean, I don't know, somehow I just feel like it'd be nice if we all work together instead of just fighting, because it's like, what makes you think those, you know, I don't want to sound like a dickhead, but it's like, you know, I done seen soldiers, police officers, and all that shit cry from civilians talking to them. So it's like, what makes you really think that there's a lot of police officers and soldiers out there in the National Guard that don't feel bad about this? Like, so it's like, we all just come together and for real speak about it. Like, yeah, like shit, that's all I gotta say. Just come together. Appreciate it, Unicorn.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
How can I see that?
Unicorn Riot got ninjas on our website. Let me give you a card.
Sweet. Oh, thank you.
Fucking love your channel.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We've been doing our best representation of it, at least.
Thank you. You too. Sometimes. The challenges of having only two hands. Surveillance cameras in the gas station are getting smashed up. I'm pretty sure that gas station is going to go up in flames if this interaction with the police here at the 5th precinct continues for a few hours. This is a concrete barricade for protecting the police precinct.
Back up, we want freedom, freedom. All these racist ass cops, we don't need them. Back up, we want freedom, freedom. All these racist ass cops, we don't need them. Back up, we want freedom, freedom. All these racist ass bitches, we don't need them. Back up, we want freedom, freedom. All these racist ass cops, we don't need them. Hey, ho, ho. These racist cops has got to go. Hey, ho, ho. These racist cops has got to go. Hey, ho, ho. These racist cops has got to go. Hey, ho, ho. These racist cops has got to go. Hey, ho, ho. These racist cops has got to go. Hey, ho, ho. Let's go, man. Indict, convict, send these killer cops to jail. The whole damn system is guilty as hell. Indict, convict, send these killer cops to jail. The whole damn system is guilty as hell. Indict, convict, send these killer cops to jail. The whole damn system is guilty as hell. Let me hear y'all say 3rd degree ain't enough. Say 3rd degree murder ain't enough. 3rd degree ain't enough. 3rd degree ain't enough. 3rd degree ain't enough. They thought we was gonna be happy that they charged him with 3rd degree murder, knowing that he getting bonded out and he could get probation.
And it's 3 friends.
I want to say 1 down, 3 to go, but the first one wasn't correctly charged. We told y'all had to 8 o'clock to charge all 4 of these officers correctly. Then we would have went home, got some sleep, and came back. But y'all wanted to put an 8 p.m. curfew and do nothing. So we in these streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Whose streets? Whose streets? Whose streets? So y'all care more about property than y'all care about human life. Y'all can replace these buildings. Y'all can replace these windows. We can't put the breath and the spirit back in George Floyd. We can't put the breath and spirit back in George Floyd. And we pay y'all tax. We pay y'all salary with our taxes. We pay for these buildings with our taxes. Whose money? Whose money? Whose money? Whose money? When I say this ain't a riot, say this a revolution. This ain't a riot. 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 This ain't a riot.
Stop throwing stuff, y'all. That's not what we're here to promote. Stop throwing stuff.
Malcolm X said we are non-violent with those who are non-violent with us, but for some reason y'all are not non-violent. Y'all are not non-violent.
They don't know what that means.
Y'all ignited these. Y'all ignited folks to be mad. Y'all came out with tear gas, pepper spray, rubber bullets, flash bombs. Y'all ignited this. This is what y'all wanted. We are non-violent with those who are non-violent with us. Y'all don't even have to be out here. Take y'all butts in there and get on the desk and do some work. But instead, y'all want to be out here with rubber bullets and tear gas. We don't care how many people y'all bring. Tell Donald Trump since he called us thugs. We don't care how many folks in the National Guard. We don't care how many folks in the State Patrol. We don't care how many folks in the Minneapolis Police Department. We gonna stand strong because we got the power. Say we got the power. We got the power. Say we got the power. Say we got the power. So Donald Trump keeps sending in the National Guard. Send in all you want. Send in all the people you want. Y'all saw that y'all wasn't able to take us home. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets.
Are they off the roof?
No, they ain't off the roof, man.
Y'all the
Looks like the
thugs.
gas station's already on
Y'all the thugs. Donald Trump said we the thugs. No, you the thug, Donald Trump. You the thug, police. We didn't ask you to be here. We didn't ask you to kill our brother. We didn't ask to be here. We here because we want a revolution and we want some change. We didn't ask y'all to kill George Floyd. Y'all mad at us when we didn't even ask to be here.
I can't breathe.
George Floyd said, I can't breathe 14 times. We didn't ask to be here. So how we the thugs, Donald Trump? How we the thugs?
Answer that.
Hey, y'all say, how we the thugs? How we the thugs? How we the thugs? How we the thugs? Say, we didn't ask to be here.
We didn't ask to be
Say,
here.
we didn't ask to be here.
We didn't ask to be here.
Now you got something else to tweet about Donald Trump. Now you got something else to tweet about Donald Trump. Make some noise, y'all. Make some noise. Hey, all these cameras on say tweet about that, Donald Trump.
Tweet about that, Donald Trump.
Say tweet about that, Donald Trump.
Tweet about that, Donald Trump.
Say tweet about that, Donald Trump.
Tweet about that, Donald Trump.
Say tweet about that, Donald Trump.
Tweet about that, Donald Trump.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
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 Say his name.
George Floyd.
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 Somebody give me the time. Who got the time? What time is it? Oh, it's 9:32. Oh, shoot. We supposed to be in the house at 8 o'clock, y'all. Say fuck the curfew. Fuck the curfew. We were supposed to be in the house at 8 o'clock, y'all.
We are curfew.
How y'all gonna tell a bunch of grown people to go in the house at 8 o'clock? What the hell wrong with y'all?
We are curfew.
Oh, y'all. Show me what unity looks like. This is what unity looks like. Show me what unity looks like. This is what unity looks like. Show me what
Here at the intersection in Nicollet and 31st Street.
Show me what
A few hundred people out here, maybe 1,000 or so.
Show me what unity looks like.
This is what unity looks like.
Y'all scared because we band together. Y'all scared because we got white people, black people, brown people, Muslim, Christian, we got GD, BD, Crip, we don't care what gang, we all together today. Say we together today. We together today. We together today.
George Floyd.
Say his name.
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 George
Name.
George Floyd.
Say his name.
George Floyd.
Say his name.
George Floyd. 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 Say his name. I can't hear you. George Floyd. What's his name? 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 George Floyd. We can't get no justice and we can't get no peace. If we can't get no justice, then we can't get no peace. If we can't get no justice, then we can't get no peace. 3rd degree ain't enough. 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 Yes.
Give her a round of applause, man.
So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and take a moment of silence For George Floyd, I need everybody to take a knee wherever you at.
Last few days, there hasn't really been people with microphones taking control of the crowd, and that's what you see right here,
For George Floyd.
where somebody has a microphone and is taking control.
Minneapolis Police Department
People are just listening.
to have nightmares about George Floyd. Have nightmares, so everybody take a knee.
We are being
We're gonna take a
peaceful.
moment of silence right here. We want y'all to see this while y'all point y'all rubber bullet guns.
There's a moment of silence with people kneeling out here in 31st
Moment of
and
silence for
Minneapolis,
George Floyd.
while hundreds are
Fist up. Moment
gathered
of
around.
silence for George Floyd. Say his name.
Somebody's playing a Martin Luther King speech in the background.
Say his name. George Floyd. 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 I say this ain't a riot. Say this is a revolution. This ain't a riot.
This is a riot.
This ain't a riot.
It's a revolution.
This ain't a riot.
It's a revolution. It's a revolution.
This ain't a riot.
It's a revolution.
This ain't a riot.
It's a revolution.
Everybody make some noise for yourself.
I can't breathe. What happens when they take one of ours?
I can't breathe.
I can't breathe.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
The streets around this area are packed with people, hundreds of cars. Sorry. What up?
We got water and medical if you need it.
Water?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Water, food, making sure everybody's taken care
Can you do me a favor?
of. Do you
Just
need
open
water?
it for me?
We got water and medical.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
We got water and medical.
Water, food, anybody come and help it up? Help yourself. Get what you need. We're here for you. Fuck well.
Thanks for doing your work. Appreciate that. You're okay. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 officers up on top of the roof.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Way up the street. There's a little shopping mall here. I'm sure people will be able to get into the boarded up windows and probably get off of some things. Looks like it's already happening. think we have a congregation of at least 1,000 people out here, maybe a few thousand. People are taking up space. Are you doing okay?
7 stitches.
You want to talk about it at all?
If you want me to. Be happy to.
So yesterday, was it yesterday you got?
Yesterday I got like 10 or 11.
Talk about it.
Yesterday, 10 or 11, went to go grab one of the smoke canisters and this put it in a bucket of water. I was running around with a bucket of water outside of the 3rd, and second I touched it, there was a bunch of people on the roof. I got 2 in the face, one that tore a bunch of skin off my jaw, one in the shoulder, one in the neck, one in the leg. It's just, I mean, a reaction to something like that of taking care of fellow people and not doing anything malicious is inappropriate and not only disrespectful, but it's I don't really have words for it, but it's not okay. And
so you went to the doctor?
Went to the doctor last night. Went to the ER. They had me. They put drugs in my skin to numb it up. And then when they numbed it up, they said that they were going on lockdown, so I had to leave, couldn't get it stitched up. Went this morning, got it stitched up, and took a couple ibuprofen and back at it.
Hard of you. What makes you come back out?
There's no place I'd rather be than everyone out here supporting the people. I know that there's not much, I mean, I don't want to say there's not much that I There's never an appropriate time to be the change that you want to see and be the disruption that you want to see and make the change that you want to see. The time is now. People are out here, and this is our opportunity to do what we got to do to make change. And when you have that opportunity, you got to take that opportunity. And I wanted to say Nico's the best person in the world. I always say this, but he is, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate you. Love you, Nico. I'm glad you're okay. Will do. Love you too, man. I need to check some things real quick.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Sweet, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I'll give you my business card.
Nice.
Okay, I appreciate what you're doing. And we have water, we have horses.
Nice, thank you. I just realized can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Could you hold this for a second?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that. Yeah, you can do the shoulder.
I'm a
Hold
left.
that too. Sweet.
Okay.
I need some photos.
Is everything alright with your equipment?
Yeah, it's just this cord is messed up. I haven't been able to get a new cord because no place is open around here. I haven't had time.
What kind of connection is it?
HDMI to mini.
HDMI mini? Okay, I think we might have some extra.
If you do.
Does anyone have any extra HDMI mini? DM us to Military Supply and see what you have, and I'll
Thank
pick
you
it
so
up.
much. What's your name?
Nina. Nice to
I'm
meet you.
Nico.
ready for some football.
I almost lost this, bro. It says like 35 hours.
Seems like the battery has an hour left, so that's good. I'll try to check in about 45 minutes. Awaiting back end. Thank you again, folks in the back end helping out.
Great fucking job, man.
Appreciate
I've been
that, man.
watching your streams, bro. Absolutely amazing. Inspired me to come out here and film this. Dude, last night in the third precinct, when you got in there, unprecedented footage, man. Seriously, thank you very much for documenting this. Cool, right on.
Thanks. What's your name?
My name's Trendkill.
Trendkill. Good to meet you, Nico.
You too, brother. Keep it up. Good luck.
Thank you.
That's the infamous unicorn.
Yes, I am one of them.
I've been watching you.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
That microphone is the new metal detector.
I mean, you know what I've had to do is like throw out each day the new top foam, and I've had to have so much disinfectant on it. But you're right, man. After the Liberate Minnesota, when cats try to reopen Minnesota with those protests, and we went and covered it, and I had a microphone, and everybody was like, "Oh." Anyway, so yeah, thank you though. We do what we can. We got hand sanitizer out here. We got masks on. Sometimes the killing of another black man pushes more precedent on others to forget the social distancing. For one reason, I think, is because it's a more pertinent scene. It's something that they can really see and feel and know, as far as some people even just doubt coronavirus pandemic is real. Obviously it is. Check out our coverage on the coronavirus pandemic. UnicornRiot.ninja C-SCAN, C-SCAN. We've been covering that from the start. Just basically covering actions where people are pressing for rent relief, mortgage relief during this time of coronavirus pandemic. People are taking up in parking lots across everywhere. If they thought the curfew was going to do anything, obviously they were wrong. They got the chant. Here we go. The police start to show aggression, and then this is what happens. Every single time. Every single time. Cause and effect. And these people were doing nothing.
How you going?
Thousands of people here in the street now, congregating in front of the 5th precinct. The 5th precinct is on 31st and Nicollet Avenue, here in Minneapolis on the south side. It's about 30 blocks from where the 3rd precinct is. The 3rd precinct got besieged last night by the people and given up by the police. Can I lean on your car for a sec? Yo, can I lean on this for a second? We've seen a lot of cross-cultural love, sex, cross gangs, sex, S-E-C-T-S, across gangs, cross street organizations, across religions. There's been nothing but what seems to be a conglomerated love for the community. I've heard so many people in the community say that they feel so much more safe and so much more better by being in the community with everybody, even if they're sort of at war with the police. And at war, you can see the last few days, it wasn't, there goes a bottle, just broke a window up top. Some people are yelling at the persons who throw it. How you doing?
Good. Who you are?
Who am I?
Yeah.
My name is Nico. I'm part of Unicorn Riot,
What up,
independent
man?
media.
What up, man?
Hey, kid! Fuck y'all! Hey! Fuck all of y'all!
Say some calm. My mom put us on the camera, man. Tell the ass black power around this bitch, man. Fuck the white supremacists, man. Anybody that's racist, fuck them. We out this bitch, we in here together, man. Hands up! Hey, man, tell them that they... Hold on. We got some front. We got good smoke on deck, too, man. This is not a drug. We got this from the earth, man. This is real shit. Fuck 12! Fuck 12! No, we got free cones, not free gas. I know that too. Pay for that shit. Come here, I know. What you trying to get, man? No, I got some stuff.
Everybody's figuring out where to go and where people are. It's incredible work. Thank
On this side of the roof, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or so officers on top.
Yo, Unicorn Riot. Is there anything you can tell me about what's going on in the areas of the city right now?
Right now, I do not know.
You know?
No.
Okay, cool.
I'm here, so I only really know what's happening right here.
Okay.
So maybe like Twitter or something.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Thank you.
Are you Nico?
Yes, yes.
Do you want a granola bar?
Yeah.
I'll take it. 1, 5,
I'll take it in water.
7.
Thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, it's fine. Thank you. Unicorn Health Collective coming through.
You all want to talk at all? Talk about what you do while you're out here? You don't have to. On video or no?
No.
Okay. We're gonna listen to the audio of a quick words from some North Star Health Collective folks. You want to talk about why you're out here, what it means to you all, and what North Star Health Collective is?
I'm with North Star Health Collective. I'm a nurse, and North Star is this really awesome group of medical professionals in their actual life, and then other people who have like some type of medical background that provide first aid and scene safety for activists, any type of like activist action, and it's just a way to bridge the gap between EMS and getting to a hospital. We provide care on the ground, and we carry everything on our back, and then we can just do what we need in the moment.
A lot of emergency medical services can't necessarily be sent out into the thick of it like we are right here, and so it's really important to have people who have some medical training who can help stabilize folks until they can get to an ambulance or hospital, or even just help take care of minor injuries that don't need further care. We also help a lot of people wash tear gas out of their face. That's definitely one of the big things.
What's some of the, have you all been out here for the last few days? What's some of the injuries, maybe some of the more severe injuries that you've seen?
I haven't been out here overnight when most of the bad stuff has happened, but I have heard of several head injuries, some burns. I believe that there were some gunshot wounds last night. Honestly, you'd probably know better because I think you've been out here. And then the medics have transported those people to local emergency departments.
Anything else?
This is my first night out, so I haven't seen a whole lot yet.
Thank you. Thanks for the granola.
Sorry, I thought I'm off.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't out there at all. Very good. Thank you so much. Thanks for speaking. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, Nathan.
People are really just chilling right now. It's not super high energy, although there is things happening. There's a lot of things happening. Looks like the post office is, again, as I said earlier, the parking lot is packed with people. There's people all around the 5th precinct right now. Is this audio still staticky? I'm okay, thank you. Sorry for all the movement. Sorry for all the movement, everybody. Trying to finagle with all my equipment. And the two hands that I'm left with sometimes gets rough. We got fire here. That's a garage or a garbage area. People have entered into the Stop and Shop. That was quite easily known. You could see that happening. What is that spinning? Smoke is filling the intersection. Smoke from the fire, of that garbage fire. Again, people are all here for George Floyd. George Floyd was the tipping point of 400 years of genocide, chattel slavery, imperialism, colonialism. Police force used as slave catchers, and the consistent killing of black men, black women, black peoples. With impunity, the state-sanctioned killings continually happen in this country. The folks are looking for a way out. Yeah, please, right all over here.
Okay, yeah.
All over here, right? Thank you.
Thank you for doing what you did.
Appreciate you. We got to get one of those spray bottles. I've been using this hand sanitizer that I have to put on my hand, and you know, it's one of those things where. How you doing? I'm Nico. Good to meet you. People are gathered in front. There's a megaphone. There hadn't been really megaphones at these protests yet, but today there's a megaphone, and this is what happens. Like it's interesting the effect of what megaphones do to protests, and what like the semblance of a leader will do to a protest. When there isn't really a semblance of a leader, people are just sort of able to do. When there is somebody with a speaker system or a megaphone, then they sort of take the attention of everybody, or at least a certain core crowd. So it's always an interesting situation as to what happens with that.
Because we all got to stand together no matter where we come from. Yeah! Ronald McDonald in Chicago was shot 16 times. He was 17 years old. Jason Van Dyke was charged with a petty second-degree murder, given 7 years, and he only got to do 3.5 to get out next year.
We're talking about Laquan McDonald right now,
Covering up the video for 300
killed by Chicago police officer Jason Van Dyke, who will be out of prison very shortly.
So I understand, because I was on the front lines every day organizing protests in Chicago. So I said, I got to come to Minnesota because, man, I see some real warriors out there. We done shut shit down. We done changed everything in the state. But golly, y'all about to change this whole state more than y'all have ever seen. So I had to come out here and join my other activists and organizers out here. We stand with you from all across the country. Chicago right now, they sent me messages saying they shut shit down in Chicago right now. Atlanta sent a message saying they shut shit down in Atlanta right now. saying fuck Donald Trump in front of the White House right now. All the way in Michigan because they was hitting a sister in the head the other day, but they shutting shit down right now. Everybody around the country stands in solidarity, and right now, each and every one of you are setting the tone for cities in America. So make some noise for yourselves.
Seems to be a fact.
The more y'all turn up, the more other cities gonna turn up. Say turn up. Turn up. Turn up.
We even saw actions in Athens, Greece yesterday. Across the world, there's been actions for George Floyd, across the United States as well.
Everybody should be shocked when they sing that video like I was. I cried because my best friend, and I cried all morning today because one of my best friends, her name was Erica Garner, and today is her birthday. Today is Erica Garner's birthday, and she was fighting every single day for her father. Y'all remember, in New York City, Eric Garner. His dying words was what? His dying words was what? I can't breathe! Our late great friend Erica Garner's birthday today, she would have been here if she was alive, because the last words 14 times of George Floyd's was what? I can't breathe! I can't breathe! So I cried today because I knew today was her birthday, and I knew what she would be if she was alive today. They found something in her heart, and she died all of a sudden. This woman was brokenhearted. She fought every single day. The New York City Police Department broke her heart and she died. And she still ain't got justice for Eric Garner. She still ain't got justice for Eric Garner to this day, and she died fighting. All of a sudden they found something on her heart and she died. So we fighting in the name of Erica Garner and Eric Garner and all those around the country. We don't want George Floyd to go years and years and years without getting justice. We want justice when? We want justice when? We want justice when? We want justice when? By any means necessary. By any means necessary. Say, we didn't pray before. We done Say, we done been peaceful. We done been peaceful. We done been protesting. We done been yelling. We done been sharing it on Facebook. We done done everything, y'all. And the only thing that they understand is when people start burning things up. For 400 years, we have been peaceful. We have been forgiven. We have done everything to stay peaceful. And the only thing that y'all understand is this building right here on fire. Wow.
Fuck that building.
Wow. Fuck that piece of property. Human life matters. Say human life matters.
Human life matters.
Lives matter.
Lives matter.
You can replace that piece of property. We can't replace the president. I'm brother George Floyd. So we share with y'all, I just want to say, from Chicago, we got on the road and drove them 6 hours. I just want y'all to know it's folks all over. I heard folks from North Dakota. Anybody from other cities, shout it out. New York. Where at? Harlem. Where? Bronx. Detroit, I heard. Where? Atlanta. T.I. Houston. Chicago. Indiana. Texas in the building, where else?
Sorry.
Rockford. So we got folks from all over the country that is showing up to Minnesota and saying we standing strong with the warriors out there because they ready for a revolution. Make some noise for us. Because that was our brother. George Floyd was our brother. All of us may have not have met George Floyd, but we felt like that could have been our brother. And that's how we're supposed to treat it. We ain't waiting. We not waiting until it hit home. That was our brother. Say, that was our brother. 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 Everybody watching on live and cameras, just know, don't wait till it hit home, because George Floyd was our brother. And you come out here and you stand with us and you fight with us, because this is a revolution and it ain't stopping. Yeah. This ain't a riot. This is a revolution. This ain't a riot. This ain't a riot. This ain't a riot. It's a revolution.
It's a revolution.
Get some real change this time, y'all. Yeah. This time we gonna get some real change, y'all.
All right. No justice. No peace. No justice. No
these folks.
My name is Nicole Piazzolo. I'm 19 years old, and I'm the president of Black Lives Matter Greater New York. I came down here to stand in solidarity with the people of Minnesota. And I am so proud of the example that you guys have set across the country. You guys have not backed down. You guys are fearless. You guys are powerful. The strength that is within this community is something that communities all across the country should take note from. Every single time a black person is brutalized within our community, we need to have 1,000 others coming on the ground. These police officers will no longer kill us with immunity. We will be out here. We will show up. Something that I want to emphasize to each and every one of you out here. The gas station on fire. Let's go.
Go down some more.
The gas station on fire. We need y'all to move this way toward the left. Move this way. Move this way.
A young lady, a young person from New York, just speaking, got interrupted. As people said, the gas station's on fire, so we gotta move down the block.
I can't breathe. That's what he says. I can't breathe. That's the last thing he said. Not we.
You want to talk about it?
Huh? Man, I'm too. Go, hit her up. She's more. I'm good, brother.
Understood.
No peace! No peace! Yeah, right. No peace! No peace! No peace! No peace! No peace! No peace!
George Floyd!
Hey, you're not gonna run. George Floyd! Hey, I was watching you last night, the last 2 nights, man. I love your work, man. That shit was sick. Can I take a shout out? Hey, it's Victor Ballin, west side of St. Paul. I want to make a shout out to all my brothers and all my friends. I'm out here. I wish you guys were here with me. Thanks a lot, man.
Hey, what do you think about the protest moving into St. Paul yesterday?
Yesterday, you know, I don't agree with every action that was taken, but I also understand why it's taking place. I mean, I've been experiencing the same things these guys have for my whole life, oppression and everything just like that. And I completely understand, like, sure, it may have been the wrong way, but, like, how else are we going to get them to listen? And that's the main thing. And, like, I hope it goes in the right direction. Otherwise, it's all for nothing, you know? And that's all I hope.
Do you watch the video?
I did watch the video twice.
What was your thought?
It was very disturbing, hard to watch. I just couldn't believe that
none of the officers took just the thought to think about a human life over their job. Like, I just quit one of my jobs, actually, because they wanted me to risk mine and my brother's lives, money for life. It's just like, I'm not going to risk my life for that. And, like, I can't agree with it at the end of the day. And, like, if it comes to money over life, I would never go. And that's as simple as it gets. And that's what these guys need to understand out here. They thought they could hold us at 29th, made it all the way down to where? Like, I don't even know. It's miles, though. Miles. And, like
3 miles. So you saw the video. You expressed how difficult it was to watch. Also, you saw that there was a third degree murder charge, and then a manslaughter charge.
Yeah.
What do you feel about those charges?
Manslaughter is something like you would do if you're drunk and ran over some guy, like drunk. They're trying to like justify it in some way, and it's not justified. This is first degree murder. There's no other way to slice it. There's no other way to put it, and we need this man in jail. They may have put this guy in jail. Nobody's seen any proof, but like these other 3 guys need to be there with him, and that's all there is to it. And until that is done, you see it, we out here, and this is the way it's gonna stay, because this is the way it is now. And you think it's gonna stop here? It's not. Like, it's not gonna stop here. It's gonna keep going, whether you agree or not. It is what it is.
Any last words?
I just want to shout out to all my family and friends in West St. Paul, and thank you for letting me on your show.
Sure. Yeah, thank you, man. My name is Nico.
My name is Victor. Have a beautiful night, my friend.
You too. Sorry. Thank you.
Seriously, you're like the only fucking news media that is actually out here like doing it right. You know what I mean? Like, there's like mainstream media is only doing the bullshit. You guys are like one of the only people that are actually out here doing like an actual fucking protest. Really fucking appreciate you guys being out here.
That's all. I appreciate it. My name is Nico.
I'm Rachel. I've been following you guys the whole fucking time. I've gone to every fucking my non-sexual lecture. I've been out here for every fucking
Let's go. I have to mute the mic for a second. Check, check, check. Thank you all for joining us. Nico from Riot. Appreciate the views, appreciate the support that you all have given us out here on the streets and out there on the internet. We do our best to try to bring the voices of the people, the voices of the community to the world. That's essentially our mission, bringing context and exposing the root causes of social and environmental struggles. And we've seen and heard a ton of context around the around the social struggles that folks in Minneapolis are facing. Sorry, bro. Got that nice one. Is it heavy?
No. What? I think it's just for combat, like. Oh, yeah, hand-to-hand type thing. Gotcha.
Somebody's flying the drone. A bunch of media's out today. Seems like a lot of media came in from out of town these last 2 days, as expected. The people are reacting to that drone. These folks right here. Sorry.
Shut it down! 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 Shut it down!
This person gonna try to speak in a megaphone, but that helicopter's way too loud. I guess if you're super close, you can probably hear it.
So I want all of you guys to understand and pay attention to each other and your family and friends, especially as you're going home and as you are getting around, because trust me, they're watching us, they're angry, they're infiltrating in the movement, and they want to make sure that they get us back for what we're doing. So there's going to be, when we talk about a revolution, best believe they're going to fight back. We have to love and we have to protect each other. We have to love and we have to protect each other. They launched a suspicious investigation into her death. Just know, these folks are not going to go without causing more bloodshed. So please protect each other, look after each other, especially as you're going home and as you're moving around. Do not move alone. If you don't know a person, I don't care if you see some person by themselves, you walk with them, make sure you get to their car, make sure they get to where they're going. Don't leave each other. We are in this together. These folks are doing everything that they can to strategize to take us down. It don't make no sense that two people just suspiciously was found dead that were part of protests. So please, please, please look after each other. We gotta protect each other. The only thing we got to lose is our change. Let's do it, y'all. We must love and support each other. We have nothing to lose but our chains. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. It is our duty to win. We must love and support each other. We must love and support each other. We have nothing to lose but our chains. 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 Yo, real quick, my name is Juan. I came from Harlem, New York to be with you. I'm part of the Party for Socialism and Liberation. We got in a fucking car because we saw y'all, and we drove 18 hours to be here with you. Because we need to be here. This is where the fucking people are right now. You look at the news, they talk about violence in the streets. They don't show this. It don't even matter if they show this, because the real problem is like they're violent. Every time somebody dies because they can't afford health care, that's their violence.
Every time somebody dies because they can't afford food, that's their violence. Every time a woman dies because of domestic abuse, because she had no other place to go, that's their violence. But they don't call it violence when it's on their hands. No. They go to other countries and kill innocent people. They kill innocent people in our fucking hoods.
They kill innocent people here.
And the only time this will stop is when we have an actual revolution. Everything you see here belongs to us. We just gotta take it. We gotta take back everything. This country was rooted on genocide. This country was rooted on slavery. And we still here. And we still suffering. Fuck the bank. Fuck the cops. I love you.
I love you.
Look to your left. Look to your right. Tell that person you love them.
I love you.
They want us to hate each other. They want us to hate each other. They want us to compete. So we forget that they're the enemy. Trump, Biden, all the motherfuckers is the same. Because at the end of the day, they'll turn their backs on us. Only we can rebuild this system. Only we can rebuild this system. Only we can rebuild this system. I want to share a chant real quick. It goes, we are unstoppable. Another world is possible. 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 I love you. I love you.
All right, I got some shout outs, y'all, that we need to go ahead and give since we're here today. We got some supporters of the movement out there. Another trending topic is one of my mentors, y'all. He goes by the name of Dr. Cornell West. And I want to read some of the quotes that he said on CNN just a little while ago. Dr. West said, it looked like the system can't reform itself. He said, we tried black faces in high places. BLM emerged under a black president, a black attorney general, and a black homeland security, and they could not deliver. Dr. Cornell West said America has failed its social experiment. Dr. Cornell West said it was a lynching and everybody knows it.
Sign is killing the camera view.
Hey, look up to the helicopter.
There's been helicopters out here all the last 4 days.
Everybody say, fuck the police! Fuck the police! 1, 2, 3! Fuck the police! Fuck the police! Fuck that shit! What's the warrant? Minnesota ain't pussy, we out here!
Okay! Every day we out here! Okay!
Crowd here on 31st and Nicollet has swelled. That was super cute. We just sort of missed it. A man was dancing with his possibly daughter. Can't tell. Thank you. This is the 5th precinct. They're also a troubled precinct. Minneapolis police has a very troubled history with the community, going back to its foundation. You heard the speaker earlier who was from Chicago with the megaphone. He said that he was talking about Eric Gardner's sister, or daughter, excuse me, who had died from a heart attack after her father was killed by the police after saying, "I can't breathe." Go to YouTube, on our YouTube channel, in our videos, we have a video up from Gwen Carr, Eric Gardner's mom, and she spoke about some of the situations that she's had to live with. She shared some stories at the In Remembrance of Me banquet, which is put on by Kim Handy Jones, the mother of Cordell Handy, who was killed by St. Paul police. And that is a banquet that allows mothers and family members to grieve and build community. They're all mothers and family members of victims of police terror, and also community violence. It's also represented there, and mental health issues. And so you see this, boom, 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 1, 2, 3 fences. These two are new right here. Well, not new, but like they were erected recently. The other fence is built. I was bringing up the In Remembrance of Me banquet because that's where we heard from Gwen Carr. We spoke with her as well. We have extensive coverage speaking with these mothers and family members of police killings, and we will be putting out a documentary, I think possibly called The Mothers, in the near future of this year. A lot of the things that are happening are sort of throwing wrenches into that planning of getting that all the way done. But be prepared. It's going to be really exceptional, I believe. We're going to try to spotlight some of the stories of these mothers, and if any of these mothers out here watching, I love you, and thank you all for allowing Unicorn Riot to document your story and the story of your loved one. We heard from Kim Handy Jones earlier today at 4 o'clock in the morning at the site of 22nd and Lake Street, where National Guard had amassed to help firefighters put out a fire. She spoke with us for about 20-30 minutes about some of the things that she felt. That was about the 4 a.m. stream of this morning, so go check that out if you want to hear from Kim Handy Jones. We've been covering Cordell Handy's death since he was killed in 2017 by St. Paul police, and since then, I think 2016, excuse me, one of those years. And since then, yeah, thank you, bro. Since then, Kim Handy has put on the In Remembrance of Me banquet, which has, again, like I said, allowed for the community to build and grieve. And so, again, stay aware for that in the future. We at Unicorn Riot try to focus a lot, exactly like I said, on providing the community's voice, providing stories that are normally untold.
But I do want to talk about the cities that are setting it up right now. Atlanta tearing shit down right now. Charlotte, North Carolina tearing shit down right now. There's several things on fire in Atlanta. Oh my God.
Wow.
We got Las Vegas protesters everywhere right now. And the police officers are firing pepper bullets directly at the news crew in Louisville, Kentucky, because Louisville protesting right now. Shout out. Louisville, Kentucky is going crazy right now.
Yep. Unfortunately, there were 7 people shot in Louisville yesterday for Breonna Taylor. They were at the protest. I don't know if they were shot by police.
Dallas protesters clashing with the police 45 minutes ago. Shout out to Dallas.
Wow. Uprisings across the country.
Houston mayor's been home because they turned it up downtown.
We're on YouTube,
Houston.
yeah. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, video.
My brother Killer Mike was crying on camera today. He said he was tired of seeing black men die, but he said they tearing up Atlanta. College Football Hall of Fame damage in Atlanta protests. Oh, Atlanta is turning up right now. The Georgia governor just came out. So right now, if y'all want to know what city is turning up just as bad as we are, it's Atlanta. Shout out to everybody in Georgia.
Come in here if you want.
Y'all right here set the tone. Y'all right here set the tone right here in Minnesota. Y'all right here set the tone. Y'all right here set the tone. Be proud of yourselves. Say his name.
George Floyd! Say his name! George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd! What's his name? 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 George Floyd! Say his name! George Floyd! Hands up! George Floyd! Hands up! Don't shoot! 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 If we can't get no justice, then they can't get no peace. If we can't get no justice, then they can't get no peace. If we can't get no justice, then they can't get no peace. If we can't get no justice, then they can't get no peace. Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot! Black lives matter! 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 Say his name! George Floyd! 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 It's our duty to fight for our freedom! It's our duty to win! It's our duty to fight for our freedom! It's our duty to win! It's our duty to fight for our freedom!
One second, y'all. 1 second.
It's our duty to fight for our freedom! It's our duty to win! What's his name? George Floyd! What's his name? George Floyd! What's his name? George Floyd! Say his name! George Floyd! Say his name! George Floyd! Say his name! George Floyd! Okay, y'all, I just want to say something real quick. I just want to talk to the media. Y'all make sure that when y'all showing us, y'all show this peaceful protest, this unity right here. Us in this moment. Y'all make sure y'all, because I know what y'all gonna show. The burning buildings, which none of us did. So y'all make sure y'all show us right here. Black, brown, white, black, every race, every color, every creed, every age, right here in this moment. That's what we want to see. Yes, yes. That's what we want to see. Right here, right here. Don't show the looting. Don't show people stealing because we ain't. We're peaceful. We out here because we want change. So when y'all show us, y'all show this. We're not savages. We're not thugs. We just want freedom. We just want change. Hey, there's this beautiful proverb. It's an African proverb. It says, even the longest rope in the bush has an end. Even the longest rope in a bush, in any bush, has an end. Everything comes to an end. And today we're saying enough is enough. This has come to an end. It hasn't been working. It's not working. We're dying. We can't breathe. It's got to be cut short. This is us saying enough is enough. We're done dying. So if y'all showing that, y'all show us right here in this moment. Y'all hear me? Say his name. George Floyd. Say his name. George Floyd. Say his name. George Floyd. What's his name? 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 George Floyd. Hands up. Don't shoot. 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 Black lives matter. 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 I can't hear you. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Say his name. George Floyd. Say his name. George Floyd. Say his name. George Floyd.
All right, I missed a few cities. We got to show love to all these cities, y'all. Y'all don't understand that the tone has been set, and there are dozens of cities right now being set up around this country. So y'all cheer every time I say a different place name, all right? Des Moines, Iowa is going up right now. Boston is going up right now. I see a lot of people from New York here with New York City going up. I just checked in with my people from Chicago. That's going up right now. LA is even going up right now. Come on, y'all.
Celebratory fireworks.
Y'all make some noise.
For the people's uprising. People are looking for change. They don't want third-degree murder. It's beyond that.
George Floyd!
You already heard it.
George Floyd! George Floyd!
His wife is leaving him. CNN just announced it.
What, Robin? CNN for sure?
All right, y'all. I got breaking news. I got breaking news, everybody.
Here goes meds, medicals.
This just happened an hour ago. Her name is Kelly Chauvin. She is the wife of the police officer Derek Chauvin, who was charged, and she just announced that she's divorcing her husband. He got to go to jail. And his wife knows that ain't the type of man that she need to be with. Hey y'all, look at what y'all done. Y'all be proud of yourselves. We setting the tone, and this is a revolution. This is what we need. When I say this ain't a riot, say this a revolution. This ain't a riot. It's 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 a revolution. Come on, y'all. Now,
the fire department is protecting Metro Transit building in the distance in the background.
So we want, since she divorced her husband, we would like for Kelly Chauvin to, first of all, come on out here and stand on the front lines with us.
From my understanding, the wife that they're talking about is Tu Tao's sister. Tu Tao was the officer who was standing beside and not getting his partner off of George Floyd.
She got some ties to one of the other officers. She must disown him.
It's her brother.
And it was her brother, right? The other officer was her brother. So we must make sure that she disowned him, and those other officers need to be charged. People are waking up, y'all, all over. People are waking up. And it's because folks like you guys are standing together in unity. And that is exactly what it's about. I love each and every one of you. I look at each and every one of you as my brothers and my sisters. Because we right here, we fighting together. We in this war together. We in this war together. White, black, religion is Christian or Muslim. I don't care what you are. We all in this together, y'all. And I'm so close. I feel so close to all y'all, and I feel safe with each and every one of y'all. Because we are safe when we together. Say, we are safe when we together. Say, we safe when we together. I don't care how many officers they put out here, National Guard, State Patrol, bring Donald Trump ass out of here. Ain't nobody gonna stop us when we together. Nobody. Nobody. Say, nobody can stop us. 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 Now we need, since Kelly Chauvin just divorced them.
Now we need this system.
We need this system. We need this system to divorce All of these white supremacist killer cops that are police. If you're a police chief around this country, you need to step up and say, if you're an officer and you agree with what he did, you need to get off my police force. We need folks to step up and start weeding out all these white supremacists that have hate in their hearts and they use it in action in our communities. They knew that they didn't like us. They knew that they hated us, but they came in our community. They signed up to be police just to brutalize us. It's time to weed this out and have some real reform and real legislation that's going to change things in our communities, y'all. It's time to police the police. Say police the police.
Police the police.
Say police the police.
Police the police.
Police the police.
Police the police.
And that's what we're doing right here. Because they can't even come off their roof. They can't even come down here with us. Y'all supposed to be the police. Well, guess who got the power now? We got the power. Who streets?
Our streets.
Who streets?
Our streets.
Who streets?
Our streets.
Who streets?
Our streets.
Say we got the power.
We got the power.
Say we got the power.
We got the power.
Say we got the power.
We got the power.
Say we got the power.
We got the power.
Look at somebody on your left that you don't even know and say we got the power.
We got the power.
Say we got the power.
We got the power.
We got the power.
We got the power.
Say we got the power.
We got the power.
Oh, y'all, we got the power, y'all. Make some noise, make some noise. All right, how that gas station doing, y'all? I can't see it with the sound right here. How that gas station doing?
We need a shift over there. I got all the cops in the back over there at that gate over there.
So we're here on 31st and Nicollet Ave. A lot of these folks that were speakers are actually like from Chicago, from out of town. They sort of controlled the crowd, gave really good rundown of all the cities that are happening right now, cities that are having protests and being a part of the uprising that has gone nationwide and even global at this point.
What up?
What up? Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Me, buddy.
You want to talk?
No.
Okay, good to see you. Hey, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. I gotta get back up with you too, man.
I'm ready.
All right, yep.
Doing good work.
Thank you. The crowd is still pretty big out here. Yes, I love your bench.
Are you Nico?
I am Nico.
Are you Nico?
I am, yes. Hello.
I've been
How you
following
doing?
you for days.
Tight.
I was down there last night with y'all too, and this shit is for days. I mean, hey, this is my city. I grew up right here. I grew up 5 blocks from here on 3rd and 3rd.
She was saying for days because you should have been following us for 5 years, but that's okay. I'm just joking.
I understand that. I got 5 years going. I understand that.
Hey, exactly. Better late than never.
The shit done hit my city and y'all here.
Right, right.
I don't know where y'all are out of really. I mean, DC, whatever, New York, whatever big city y'all come from. I appreciate y'all being here.
I'm here. I'm a Southsider.
Y'all coming here and y'all covering.
Word. It's my city too, right here. What's your name?
James.
James, good to meet you, man. I'm Nico. I was over on 24th and Stevens and then up there. What's that? Yes, it is. We're live.
It's always comfort, you know.
For real. You too.
I said my last name. I didn't want people to know that.
Oh, you said your last name? I didn't hear it. I heard you say the first name, maybe your first name. I think it was your fake first name.
No, it's my real first name.
You guys are the reason we need to come here.
I grew up 5 blocks from here. This is my neighborhood.
Good to meet you. How are you all doing over here?
I'm tired, but hanging in there, really.
Do y'all want to talk at all? You can do it off video, just audio.
Man, I don't even know what I'd say.
I wanted to, when I saw you all, I wanted to think about asking you all about Ferguson, Jamar Clark, and then now, and like the comparisons.
Yeah.
Would you be down to?
That was
yeah? Go ahead.
I was like, it's not
No video, right?
Yeah, that's fine. No video. Nika was asking me about Ferguson and Jamar Clark in the years, and I think like the thing that I'm seeing here in Minneapolis is just the learning curve has grown since Jamar Clark. There's a lot of people who've learned a lot, and also Ferguson like paved the way for this place, right? Like we do not have this in Minneapolis now if we didn't have Ferguson in 2014, and so I think I just want to like push out a lot of love to all the folks on the ground level in Ferguson for a really long time, because they really taught us how to do this, I think, here. I'm really impressed with the energy where we have like a huge diversity of tactics. We have way less organization, like we're not over-organizing, which feels super good and really allows that organic kind of nature of things to keep flowing. And I think that was something that has hung up Minneapolis people in the past, especially back in Jamar Clark era. Because especially white folks, we like don't really know what to do sometimes. We get awkward. We need people to tell us what to do, and so we just like we're learning and we're kind of getting a little more nimble now, and that feels apparent in the tactic shifts, and the organization is just more organic, and that is really a cool ass thing. And also maybe this is changing the world. And it's happening because it started here in Minneapolis, and that is not something I would have expected from this white town. So, all power to those people. Keep it up.
Thank you. You?
Yeah, I'll say something. Another thing is, I think, it's about Floyd, and it's also bigger. That's why it's driving this. But at this point, people are fed up with everything. We're fed up with fucking being poor. We're fed up with Minneapolis has some of the most extreme racial and class disparities. Like, the extreme visible homelessness in this city, like, just racial police terror, basically. Like, people are fed up with all of it. We're tired of being poor. Like, we're tired of living this way. So, like, Floyd sparked it and is driving it, and we're out here remembering him, but, like, people are ready to see it all come down. Like, I just have seen so many, like, anti-capitalist tags out here, too. Like, people are putting together all the big picture shit. And I don't think people want to stop anytime soon. This will keep going.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I just got gifted an energy drink.
You'll need that. It's gonna be a long night.
Like 2-3 hours a night. Yeah. Thank you so much for the words.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
insightful. You all take care. It's great to see you.
You too? Yes.
Yes. We hear some smashies going on.
Thank you for what you do.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
We hear some smashies going on in the background. The unfortunate thing is they just smashed up the graffiti piece that was just made. I didn't get a chance to properly document it. So now we have the nighttime, where the people are sort of just allowed autonomously to be their own person. Big old firework. I know. Hey yo. I went over there to document. I was like, no.
Yeah, I just fucking painted that whole piece.
It was nice too, man. The painter, the artist of this piece, it's like, oh man, I just painted this whole piece, and it got smashed up. The store's already cleared out. Looks like they're trying to start it on fire. People are going in and out of these stores for sure. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I was out of town, dude.
I'm Nico.
I'm Marty.
Good to meet you. Dude threw it and missed, and it's his third strike. He missed 3 times. I mean, it's probably fortunate because what it's going to do is start a big fire in there, and then therefore that building is going to go. If it's unfortunate, I don't know. What up? What up? Yeah.
Hey, you live? Hold up.
Yep.
You live?
Yeah, we're live.
Let me say some shit. Right here.
Look, the department suffer from fakeism, nigga. And like they hate killing niggas like they ain't killing niggas, man. The police out here really dropping bodies, man. Like we ain't shit out here. Tell they ass, bro.
Hey.
No fucking peace.
Hey.
First degree, all this shit goes
Hey,
ground.
hey, y'all fucked up for what y'all did. Straight up. Y'all know what y'all did. Y'all fucked up for that shit. All right, and we see that shit. And we see that shit. Y'all fucked up, all right? We see that shit, all right? That's all I'm gonna say. We see that shit, all right? No more of that shit. Y'all see what's happening?
What does change look like for y'all?
What does change? No more racism. All y'all racist ass niggas, bro. Oh, my bad. All y'all racist ass people, stop that racism shit, bro.
What change look like? What change look like? Change look like that officer, first degree, done. All 4 of them. Guilty by association. I need them all gone. What's change look like? I need all the racial profiling go down to a minimum. Let's start with the president. You see his tweet with some thugs? We look like some thugs to y'all? He look like a thug because he got a red fucking bandana? No, we ain't no fucking thugs. We here for one fucking reason. George fucking Floyd. That shit never killed that man in fucking vain. Now they want to blame it on us because we acting out. No, y'all kill one of us. One, two, for all. Fuck is you talking about? One for all.
Next time you don't have to drop it.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to my homie Big Kid Sid. I know he's watching. Fuck 12. Fuck the justice system. We out here. Fuck 12. Hey, Nico, Unicorn Riot, you're doing the good shit here. Thank you.
Thank you. A lot of shit's going on out here. We'll see if there's a fight. People are trying to stop people possibly. I mean, there was white people throwing shit, but there was definitely non-white people. I saw like 2 white people throwing shit. It's about...
All they saw
oh.
white fucking
Now where's all those 5 white dudes that were breaking shit? Exactly.
He says 5.
That's not what we fucking stand for.
But that's 5, but there was like 25 other people. Hey, how you doing? Hey. Hey, my name is Nico. How you doing?
I came all the way from Utah.
Wow. You want to talk? All right. So you came from Utah?
Yes. I came from Utah. I'm Lex Scott, and I have a police reform bill. I have a petition called We Want a Police Reform Bill Now. I wrote the bill. You can go to blacklivesmatterutah.com. Please sign our bill. We need community-controlled civilian review boards that have the power to bring charges against police. My bill regulates use of force policies and excessive force policies in the United States of America. Please sign my petition and get us a police reform bill, please. And I love Unicorn Riot. What's up? Screw Trump voters. Fuck all of you. Fuck you all.
Thank you. Police reform, or even just like in general right now, you have people talking about abolishing the police, but then you have people talking about figuring out ways to have reform within the police department. And what that looks like in general here locally is what we've seen is groups like Communities United Against Police Brutality have been pushing for the police to have insurance, and if they then kill somebody, it would come out of their insurance. They probably wouldn't be able to get funded, or they probably wouldn't be able to get insurance after they kill somebody, and so therefore it just bypasses the system that's already broken and puts in sort of like she was saying, a reform bill, something to help the community get some kind of justice and accountability. And so also within MPD, another thing, if you go to unicornriot.ninja and you go on our front page, you go down a little bit, And from the down on the front page, there's topics police. If you go into that topics, you can see a lot of our police coverage, but also you can see that in March there was a group of community members, I think communities, Minneapolis for a Better Police Contract is what it was called. That group actually went to, they've been fighting to try to get the Minneapolis Police Department contract to be more fair. The contract allows the officers to work like 60-hour work weeks. It allows the officers to, I can't remember all the specifics, but there were so many specifics. Go to the website, check that out. Because basically what it is a discussion and an idea in a way that these folks are trying to push for some change. They're trying to push for, again, like I said, reform, and what that looks like. There's like literally a fire department right down the street. I'm not sure why there's no fire truck, but obviously it's how does the fire truck get in here and get contained, and they would need the, you know, security or whatever else. So anyways, people are working on trying to reform the police, trying to reform the operations of, again, like I said, civilian review boards, as Lex Scott just told us a moment ago from Utah. We had civilian review boards here in Minneapolis after a lot of contentious police killings. They didn't work out. What up? We have Keith Ellis and John Harrington, the Attorney General and the Public Safety Commissioner, ex-police chief, they've been part of this group, and this group has, I can't remember the name, there's some kind of task force or group or some, and what they've been trying to do is trying to supposedly hear the community, and from hearing the community, come up with some ideas to how to reform the police-community relations. But in general, a lot of the community doesn't trust that. This is a car on fire, Wells Fargo here at Lake Street on 31st. There goes the first little blow of the fire.
The car's gonna blow back up. Back up, everybody. Back here. The car's gonna blow back up.
We've seen a lot of cars on fire. They don't really like blow up. I've never really seen one anyway. I've seen like 7 cars on fire in those last days. They don't really, they blow up like that, but it's not the whole thing will blow up, you know. There was USPS trucks yesterday that were set alight on the corner of Minnehaha and Lake. They were expropriated from the UPS store, or not the UPS store, the UPS station, building, whatever you would call it. They have another one right up the street at USPS. So, right next to it is Blaisdell Avenue. Blaisdell has a high-rise where the police killed somebody in. She was an elder lady. I think her name was Barbara Schneider. I can't remember specifically. That was probably like 10, 15 years ago. So we're a few steps away from that. In general, right now there's thousands of people here out in the street, and
I don't know who the hell taught y'all how to set fires for them.
dude. Let's check out the battery here real quick. Give me a second. Sounds like Wells Fargo's being breached. I'll get over there in a second. This battery's only got about 7 minutes left. Support team, I'm gonna have to go bring it. It's gonna slow everybody else out there too. The connection will just all of a sudden cut. The video will be done in about 5 to 10 minutes. What up? How you doing? How you doing? Give me a moment. I'll talk to you if you want. All right. You want to talk?
No, not right
okay,
now.
Word.
Not right now.
Thanks for saying something. So, again, thank you all for tuning in. We're here in front of Wells Fargo. Just their little booth. It's set afire. It's blazing. This stream will only have about 5 to 10 minutes left. The video will just cut out. When it cuts out, we will do our best to get back up soon. But as I said right now, the battery will go out of this soon. And away team, back end, let's arrange that. If we do go down, we'll try to be back up within a short period of time. We'll be continuing to follow this throughout the night, throughout the days, throughout the next week. Who knows? Who knows how long this will last? So thank you all for joining right now. Thank you all for supporting our work. We are Unicorn Riot, a 501c3 small educational media organization. Worker run. We're horizontally organized. We have no bosses. We autonomously work in working groups where we, as the workers or the artists or the journalists, multimedia artists, we are the ones who sort of decide what we would like to cover, how we would like to cover it, along with the support of our org. So thank you all for supporting us. We wouldn't be able to do it without you. We are trying to set a new avenue for media. We do not think that corporate media represents the people. We've seen also, a side note, corporate media has been arrested. This morning, corporate media was arrested. I think media was attacked in Denver or in a few other places. And so, if you think about it, or not if you think about it, just gotta understand that the media, even corporate, which is, they're way deeper out here than I've seen lately. Mookie Mo. Mookie Mo is Terrence Franklin. I don't know who Chad Loco is. That doesn't mean that the name shouldn't be up there though. Terrence Franklin was murdered in Minneapolis by the police, not too far from here, maybe about 10 blocks. He was murdered by police officers. His family got no justice. It's French. Everybody hates the police. It's actually a really dope chant. Oh, it was Kentucky that had the media getting attacked. And NBC News was shot at with pepper balls. So they installed a curfew, but we have, as we said, there's going to be multiple fires that are going to be lit because this is Wells Fargo. There's a gas station right up the street, you know. There's the police station up the street that's right there, but at the same time, you can't control thousands of people that are bent with rage and bent with the wants for the new society, a new system, a new way to life, and some justice and accountability. So again, thank you. If the stream just cuts out, what's that? Third precinct, fifth precinct is right there. Yep, fifth precinct. Yep. It's on 31st and Nicollet. No problem. I'm one of the Unicorn Riots. Yeah.
Hey.
Can you grab that?
Yeah, no problem. Hey, yo, so I just want to give a shout out to my boy Jordy. That's the nigga, okay? And then also Jess, I just want to say that, you know, and then this shit is super fucked up, man.
What brings you out here?
Man, what brings you out here, you know, it's just an injustice that's been going on too long. You know, it's just depressing, and, you know, the opposition, you know, it's just too much. So, you know, we have to take it upon ourselves to make the change happen.
Right now, there's thousands of people here, intersection in 31st and Nicollet, all the way down, stretching blocks. How do you feel? What's the feeling out here?
Man, you know, to be honest with you, it's surreal. You know, I mean, it kind of seems like a dream, but, you know, it's just it's so real. It's just crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. What do you hope comes out of this?
You know, I mean, I hope all 4 cops go to jail. You know, I mean, I hope they change the 3rd degree, you know, and do a better degree, you know, either 1st or 2nd, because, you know, that 3rd degree shit is just bullshit, in all honesty.
1st degree. Yeah, 1st degree.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
You know, also my boy Austin. Shout out to you.
All right, thanks, man. Hey, what's up? What's that? Oh yeah. You want to talk?
Man, yeah, please.
What's up?
Yo, what up, man? Yo, what up, man? You know me out there? It's SK, man. I got mad comrades. My mad comrades from New York to SF, man. I just flew here from Oakland, California, West Oakland, California this morning. This has been my hood for 20 years. I grew up in this hood. This is my stomping ground. I sat there in San Francisco yesterday and watched this shit happen in my community. I couldn't fucking take it anymore, man. I jumped on the fucking first thing smoking this morning at 9 a.m. Yo, I'm here with y'all, man. Straight up, man, this shit won't stand, man. I'm privileged enough to be white, but yo, I came up in the fucking hood. I've been beaten by the Minneapolis police, robbed by the Minneapolis police, taken to jail for no fucking reason. It's a corrupt institution for fucking decades. Decades that has gotten away with it. Y'all fucking union officer that lets you get away with it. We haven't had a fucking mayor that will ever let him. Stop this shit. It's fucking time. I asked myself 2 days ago, will it be Jamar? Will it be Philando? All that. When will it be enough? And I've been out of the city for a year now. And I live in fucking West Oakland, man. The home of the Black Panther Party, man. And I was walking home last night, looking at a mural on my fucking block. I'm not fucking having it anymore, yo. Fuck 12. No justice, no fucking peace. No justice, no fucking peace. Fuck them. We out here, man, and that's what it is. Yo, it's gonna take this. It's been years and years. We marched peacefully for fucking ever. For fucking ever. And now what? You're getting what you had. You're getting what you deserve. I'm fucking done, man. I just landed fucking 2 hours ago. And I'm fucking here with my people in my hood. I couldn't watch it no more, man. Fuck that shit, yo. Fix it.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Hey, appreciate y'all. Y'all coverage has been fucking A1, man.
Thanks, man.
Oh,
sweet. Can I fit it in here? I can't fit it anywhere, really. Can you put it in my back pocket, maybe? Thank you so much.
And this is for surviving. Just take a big puff of it.
Oh, okay, okay.
And this is for your sore shoulder. And this is spring
Look
water.
at you. Where have you been?
I've been out west.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't even recognize it was you right here.
Yeah.
I gotta get over here.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Yeah, do you
much.
want water?
I'm okay because I have so much. Thank you. And the mad dash. Again, the stream might just cut down anytime. When it does go down, we'll be back up as soon as we can.
Is yours down too?
No, but I have a battery issue and it will be down. So again, the batteries, the other battery that I had wasn't able to be charged. And we're gonna make sure we come back with it. All right, good. Data's still good from what I hear. Hey, you all want to talk? You could just do audio too. Okay. You don't have to if you don't want to.
I want to, but I don't know what I
Okay, you can just do audio too. We can do it later.
Right,
Come find me later.
I'll find you. Yeah, I found the yellow mic, bro.
Okay.
I found the yellow mic.
Later, you said?
Yeah, later. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. My name is Nico.
Nice to meet you, Athena.
Tina. Oh, I like that name. Are you Greek? Okay, yeah.
I'm black. I'm Mexican, bro.
Word. Oh, yeah. All right, bro. Appreciate that. Love to you all. Appreciate that. Handing out waters.
What's good?
Again, the street. Hey, what up? How you doing?
It's good. We out here. We outside. 3rd and the 5th. We're going from the 3rd to the 5th. You feel me? It goes 3rd, 5th. What's next?
Marketing
4th.
distribute
We take
your
a 1,
music
2, and
with
4
Repost
next.
by
1, 2, and 4
SoundCloud to
next.
take your career to the next level.